Here's my lame attempt number 4. You're going to see just how bad I am at handstands. I've gotten, it's the whole how do I get into this position kind of state. My mind is not comfortable with upside downness, the state of being upside down. I have a measuring tape on the floor here, which I don't think you can see, but what it tells me is about where my hands need to be in relation to where I'm at upside down here. And then I go into the uncomfortable part where I try to make myself fully inverted here. Without arching my back too much. Whoops, overkicked. That's about my extent of my. Normally I'm able to land on my feet, but you can see I'm not graceful. I'm not upside down very long, and I still feel pretty off while I'm up there. So, definitely got some work to do there. But I think that's about it for my handstands. That was my last attempt, I believe. I feel like it was about 30 seconds. I can go back and look later if I feel a need to. Really doesn't matter. My goal is to just do it as long as I can. Sometimes it's 40 seconds. So I like to start counting the time. I have my watch set a minute, but there's quite a bit of time there where I'm not fully upright. Once I start extending my feet up to the block, that's when I like to have the count start. How long am I actually inverted? I don't even know how straight I am, so that's why I video them and I record them so that I can go back and look and see, okay, I'm pretty close. Because I want to start feeling like there's very little weight against the block. Sometimes I can feel like I have quite a bit of weight on the block, which is not ideal. Ideally, I'd be doing this with my back to the block so I can come down easily, but I haven't been able to get to that point where I'm comfortable flipping myself over in that direction. So there's that. Uh, yeah, I can't commit to that yet. So let's go to the next thing. So we're gonna do typewriter pull-ups now. Again, a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna try to alternate a few things to speed things up today, because you can see on this first one, if you could see the microscopic picture at the top, it's 3 minutes between each set, and I'm gonna try and do it around a minute and a half instead, and then I'm gonna go to a push-up. So I'm gonna go pull up, push up, pull up, push up, pull up, push up, pull up, push up, because there's 6 total of those. Um, I don't know what I'm going to alternate in with the legs. Probably nothing. Just have to do them, I guess. There's not an easy way to switch these up, unfortunately. I could try to go all 3, do about a minute between each. That'll speed things up quite a bit. I go a pull up, push up, a leg, a pull up, a push up, a leg, and just go down until I'm done. I wouldn't need quite as much break. I wouldn't need as much breaks because it'd be a matter of getting cardio back, not muscle strength back, right? Because I'm going to be switching muscles. So my muscles on any particular one will get a rest of significant length, more than the 3 minutes that it states. um, Actually, ideally, I would just go bam, 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 and try to get back to the one within 3 minutes, and then finish that one. Go bam, 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 3 minutes. So you get back to each one. Theoretically, you're within 3 minutes of every one, right? Let's go do the next one. So this is going to be typewriter, as close to typewriter as my pull-up bar lets me do. 3 to 8. I have not gotten to 8. I have only at most done 5 on these. Uh, so not there yet. I'd like to get to 8 by the time this whole part 3 is done. I've got probably another month and a half, another month. I'm in week 10. I think there's 12. I want to say 12 weeks. There might be 16 weeks though. No, it's not 12 weeks because no, this is week 10. There's one more section, which should be at least 4 more months. So one more section. Oh, there's 2 more sections. So that's 2 more months. So I got 2 months of exercise left. So it's going to get me through most of August, September, and October by the time I'm done. I should finish in October. Almost 1 year to the day. Should be pretty close to finishing the first 3 phases that I purchased last year. So, man, I can't believe I've been doing this for that long. It's a little quicker probably than it would normally be because early on I was compressing and combining multiple workouts because the beginning ones are really easy. So let's see how I can do here. Let's go ahead and do some typewriter pull-ups. What did I do yesterday? Oh, I biked. My my cardio day was me doing biking for, I don't know, an hour and a half. I watched Vikings. I watched Vikings while I was biking. It was a biking. Alexa, turn on Hall of Justice. All right, typewriter. So let's see if I can hold the grip long enough to do. Let's see if I can do 6. I have to do 3 sets. I have to do 6. I may have to reset my grip though, because my grip tends to start slipping on this after a bit. I think that was 6. I did have to reset though in the middle, unfortunately. Still slipping on the grip. I might be able to do better if I can find me. I got to get me some of that, what do you call it, grip powder to help prevent the sweatiness. Pretty sure though that was 6. So I'm gonna write 6. I think I did 4. I had to reset my hands for 5 and 6. All right. Don't want to take too long of a break. I'm going to switch over to the push-up portion of this. You know what I'm actually thinking? I wonder if I should do you know what I should do? What if I do a pull, a push, a pull, a leg, a pull, a push, a pull, a leg until they're all done. And then I should have about half of each left. And then I can do a push, a leg, a push, a leg, a push, a leg. Hey, at least I'll be alternating until they're done. It won't be perfect, but all right. So if I'm going to do that, I should do a push now. I'm going to try and do archers. Not a fan of archers. I mean, I actually think they're really good. I just know that my shoulders don't like them. by the time I get started on my push here, I will be in the 3-minute zone of having to get back to my pull already. Let's get going. It's going to be hard to keep the camera in place, especially the rear camera, because it's low, high means adjusting it every time. I got 3 sets of those. I'll push a little bit more if I have to on the last one, but I'm going to take the 8 for now on that one. Archer, 8. You'll notice I have 155 pounds there. It's because of standard push-up, both arms together. I consider about 135, and it's based on my weight, and it's pretty close. I've measured what a push-up is by putting a bar on a scale and pushing on the bar, and the bar gets about 135 pounds of pressure. And then when I do one arm, it goes up by about 15-20 pounds. So that's why I use 155. All right, let's do some archers. And the reason they call it archer is like archer. So it's kind of like that, except for me it's more like squat arm because my bar only goes so far. I would need a bar that's about a foot longer, probably a whole nother beam over here with a bar, and so that I could grab it and have a better. I wonder if you can extend one of these. Get like an extension that just screws into the wall over here. But I don't know how secure that would be. It'd have to be pretty good grip over here. All right, enough stalling. Six, without having to reset my hands, barely. I pulled up fast enough on 4 to readjust my hands slightly in the middle of the lift. It's kind of hard to do, but managed. All right, so we'll go back here. What are they doing, Archer? Archer pull up. 6 again, yay me. I got one more set of those. Now, instead of doing another archer push, I'm going to go do a leg. Maybe that's too wide of a... No, that might be too long of a break, because that'll end up being about 6 or 7 minutes breaks between. I'm trying to keep them kind of close together. So let's just do the push-up again. Get within that 3-minute window. I went up to 9. Took that one to 18. I think. I always have to say I think because I'm pretty good at losing count. All right. So we're on to the. Gotta do one more typewriter. So maybe I'll do the. In order to have me something to alternate with on legs, at least for a little bit, perhaps I should do this set with pulls and the next set with legs. And then I can do pushes and pulls again. Still keeping it closer together. I mean, this is 3 straight pulls in fairly fast succession. And by alternating in other stuff, it kind of... Hey, Crossbow, how you doing, man? Thanks. All right, let's get a pull in. Let's finish this third typewriter. I've done 6 twice, which is so far my best of these. Now I'm going to try and do 5 to 6 again. We'll see. I can't. A lot of it comes down to grip again. I really got to find me something. Buy me some grip stuff. Yep, not getting to 6. Oh, we're going to do 5. Shivam, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. 6. I'll take 6. Or no, 6. I'm trying to give myself extra. I have to say 5 because I did not do 6. All right, where'd it go? Push up right here. All right, so I totally messed this up. No, push-up. That's not a push-up, that's a pull-up. Sliding archer, typewriter, pull-up. Okay, 5. Okay. Now I do a push-up. Whew. Welcome, Shivam. How are you doing? Okay, putting these together with shorter breaks is exhausting. But it's Friday. I want to get done, man. I don't like my Friday workouts to be long. It's already 8 o'clock. Thanks. Appreciate it. India, huh? Wow. Very cool. Well, I was going to fix my exposure settings on this camera, but it's not loading. All right, let's go do my next set. All right, so third set, archer push-ups. Let's see if I can fix this camera for a bit. Guessing that's probably low. All right, so yeah, my camera. Hopefully things aren't broken because my camera's not responding. Uh-oh. I may have lost control. I may have lost you guys. It says OBS has crashed, so my apologies. I don't know what happened. Tried to fix exposure. That was an update for OBS, so if you can hear me, you're hearing me say, "Oh, the OBS update broke my OBS." So I'll try to restart it after this. Yep, it crashed. It crashed. My OBS is dead. It's not responding anymore. Hopefully I haven't lost you guys, but I'm going to restart. Give me about 2 minutes to get it restarted. A lot of issues with OBS today. uh, so things have been... OBS has crashed twice on me now. First time is because I tried to fix my back camera because it wasn't connected. And the second time, well, just because... Oh no, 3 times it's crashed. The back camera was broken once, and when I tried to fix it the second time, this camera broke, this one. And then just now, I tried to fix the exposure on my desktop camera, the one I sit at, and it crashed again. So OBS just did an update, literally, I mean like this morning, and it's not, obviously, it didn't fix everything. It just seems to have introduced problems. So my apologies on that. Hopefully things are working now. Now, I'm not sure. I mean, it crashed on my end. I don't know if it was still streaming. I did notice I was getting some chat responses. I don't know if that was because it was still doing this stream all right. I don't know, but ultimately it still broke. Okay, so I did 12 push-ups on this last archer push-up. Oh, I said I did 13 last time. I was feeling so good about doing 12. Dang, I thought that was my high. Could have done more. Probably should have done more. Oh well. Let's go do weighted pull-ups. Now these are standard pull-ups. I only have to do 2 sets. I'm going to interweave these ones with a leg exercise. Okay. Now these are just standard pull-ups. I think it does them pretty slow though. I think they're doing 2 up, 2 down. Oh no, it's power up, 2 down. No, that's not so bad. That's basically a standard. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and fix this. I don't know who I lost while that stream tried to come back to life, while I tried to fix my OBS. Apologies to anybody who was watching and then just everything crashed. Such is life, right? Technology has not been perfected yet. Okay, going for 5 to 8. I can usually do about 10, but then again, I've been taking I've been going a little faster, doing more pull-ups, pull stuff already. 11. 11 with multiple quick adjustments. My hands keep slipping. The grip is terrible today. Too slippery, too hot. What did I weigh? That's probably about, I think I weigh 183. Say 11. Now, normally I don't like to count the muscles that are actually doing the work. So even though I weigh 183, normally I would take off some amount of weight for the actual working muscles. But in the case of pull-ups, the grip is carrying all your weight except for maybe the hand, and I'm not going to subtract weight from my hands. So I count my whole body weight, even though a good chunk of the lift is the back, and that to me is probably minus 20 pounds. But a lot of a pull-up is the grip, and it's the grip that for me needs to get stronger. I mean, that's the biggest thing that's holding me back, I think, from more pull-ups in one go. I've done 20 plus if I'm fresh. My grip hasn't been doing stuff already. I've done, I think my most ever is like 26, 25, something like that. But again, that's like I haven't done any real grip work, and so that to me is the range that my back is strong enough to lift me. And that was around a 180 or so, so it's probably 3 to 5 pounds less than I weigh now anyway. So 20 is probably a reasonable amount. But having done multiple pull-ups and stuff already, that typewriter thing, which is quite a bit harder, by the way. For one, you're holding yourself up for a lot longer, right? Let's go ahead and try to do some of these pistol squats that I'm really not great at. Like I said, I'm trying to mix them together so I can go a little faster, but I'm talking too much, so I'm not really going faster. Oh, not pretty, but I'll take it. Relax. So, for future reference, if my stream ever just randomly cuts out, because sometimes my system, it'll crash, so it stops streaming, but it just kind of freezes for you, I'd imagine. Or maybe it's going fine, and since it just stopped streaming, it just ends, and you're like, what happened? Did he quit? It's generally that my OBS crashed or blew up or something happened. So if you happen to see that happen, know that I'm not just going, this is a good time to stop the stream. Generally, I try to come back and continue if it's a crash. So if I'm not back within 3 to 5 minutes, because sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes I have to reboot my machine. It takes a little bit to get back up. It's probably because I can't get my OBS working. All right, pull up. Got one more pull up, standard form. Ah, 12. Supposed to be 8 to 15, right? Yeah. So I'm not really cruising too good on those. I'm only doing 12. Hitting max on all these is going to be tough. Max on all these in one day, you know? It's been 3 months since I did regular pull-ups. 12. 3 months, jeez. Part of that's because we don't do a lot of regular pull-ups. So that kind of throws things off there too. Try for some more squats. Pistol squats. I have 3 of these and only 2 of the pull-ups. So, well, one more pull-up, but the next pull-up is a row, and these are too low for row. I'd be laying on my back. I mean, I could do them. I just won't get very many. I mean, this right here is a pretty low row as it is. Oh, I got to 30 last time. Could probably drop it a little bit and see where that takes me. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, let's go down one. Let's go a little bit more difficult today. We'll take it down to 2. Or, actually, it's not 2. It's 8. I try to measure where the ring is sitting on here. Because I have the 1 up here, right? 1. So then I can say it's an 8. It's just sitting on the 8. But I gotta do my other squats here. Oh, my right leg's really feeling weaker today. It's usually my stronger leg, surprisingly, but not right now. Maybe I should start with it on the last one. All right, where are you at? Pistol squat. 140, 12. Okay. All right, so now we're on to push-ups. But since I already did the archers, we're doing the second range, which is dips. So it's tricep dips, tricep push-ups. So, what do you guys call them? Push-ups or press-ups? I know in England they're called press-ups. But I don't know, I would imagine there's areas of the country probably call them press-ups too. So we're doing with, all right, let's do it with the weights. So this vest is currently set at 22 pounds. I don't know why 22, because one time I was trying to, because I was usually using it at 20. When I go run and stuff with the vest, I usually use 20. But I lost 2 pounds of weight one time, and I go, well, I don't want to make it easier. So I put 2 pounds in it. I just never took them out. So it's still 22. It's one little extra bar here. They're about 2 pounds a piece. Let's see what this actually says I weigh. Hold on. Okay, that's interesting. This says I weigh 212.8. So either I've gained like 6 pounds or I'm way off on how much this is adding to me. 212.8. Minus 22 would be, I weigh 190? Okay, I gotta look. Now I'm curious. Yes, it's a weight vest. Actually, I'm gonna do my dips first, and then I'm gonna weigh myself. This says I weigh 212.8 with the vest, which I thought was only 22 pounds. But if that was the case, I weigh 190 now, which would be my all-time heaviest. Oh god, that would be terrible. So either that or my vest is not what I thought it was in weight. Yeah, I don't know. 212, jeez. All right. No wonder this has seemed really hard lately. Yes, I have used it for running. I don't run far with it. I think the most I've ever ran is like, well, I'm not sure. I ran 8 miles with it once, but most times it's only a few miles. I'll do 15 today. Whew. I have to do one more set of those anyway. 212.8, so that's basically what, 213, right? All right, let's see how much I weigh without it, because now I'm all discombobulated. Okay, so my scale says I only weigh 184. So that's 28 pounds. Almost 20. It's almost 29 pounds. I have totally been off about how much weight I put in that vest. All right. I'm going to weigh the vest separately. I'm totally distracted now. I knew this vest was heavy, but I didn't think it was that heavy. All right, let's see if I can even get my scale. It's a tiny little mailing scale. Sure enough, man, it's 28 pounds. Holy moly, I've been way off on how much weight my my vest has been set at. Holy McMeolians. Okay, well, all kinds of news for me there. That's good. That means I've been stronger at doing some of this stuff than I thought I was. two, two, 212, I just say 212.8, whatever. And then I did 15. It's probably going to give me a pretty good number. Not my best. It's really hard to beat my best because I've done it with like 90 pounds on there before using a belt weight. But crazy. All right, well, so I have not done my third pistol squats yet, so let's go do that. Cruising right along here. Pistol squats number 3. I would recommend, though, if you're going to use it for running, first of all, if you're going to use it for running, I'd recommend, if you can, wear a t-shirt. If you're going to wear it for long periods of time, some people will just go without a shirt, which is, it's fine, but you're going to get sweat on your vest. And the more you get sweat on your vest, guess what? You're going to start getting mildew on your vest, or you got to dry it off thoroughly every time you use it. Plus, it'll just start getting dirty. You'll get, sweat, dirt, and other junk, and it's kind of a pain in the rear to clean. You take out all the weights, you throw it in the wash, but it's got thick and it's padding, which means it's probably absorbing some of that stuff into the padding. So once it gets in there, you got to make sure it dries 100% any moisture. So it's kind of careful. You don't want to. They're kind of pricey. Last thing you want is your vest to start stinking. So that's why I say wear a t-shirt. It'll absorb most of the moisture, and then you can throw the t-shirt in the wash afterwards without totally trashing your vest. Your vest is still going to get wet, sweat, but at least it will be less, and it won't absorb as much of it. I do like using the vest, but again, make sure you're pretty strong with your running before you start running. You got good strong calves. If you're a heel-toe runner, I do not recommend using a vest. Just gonna say it right now, which is probably 80% of people are heel-toe runners. If you're that, I don't recommend using a vest. And I'll explain that to you in a minute. Needless to say, you're putting a lot of extra weight on your knees and hips if you're a heel-toe runner, and that's not good. I'm going to start with the right leg this time, because maybe that's why I was so tired last set of these. Good enough for now. So, if you're a heel-toe runner, your knees and your hips are absorbing the full impact of each impact. Now, of course, if you're wearing thick padded shoes, it's going to lessen that impact, but it's still not great. A lot of people don't realize, just like if you have bad arches, people say, "Oh, my arches are weak, I need arch support." You don't need arch support. What you need is stronger feet. But alas, if you don't have stronger feet, arch support will help in alleviating some of the pain that comes from having weak arches. The best way to strengthen your arches, calf raises, midsole running or walking will also help. A good way to do that is use Vibrams, but I don't recommend using Vibrams if you're a heel-toe runner. Make sure you learn and train yourself to run midsole. It's still more impact, and it is stressful, so don't just go running in. Don't go, if you're a marathoner and you say, you know what, I'm switching, and you've been running in tennis shoes forever, don't just say, I'm going to go run a marathon in Vibrams today. You will injure yourself. 99% sure you will come back with injured feet or injured shins or something, because you have to train those muscles. The muscles are not used to working in Vibrams. Vibrams have no support. They are not a supportive shoe. They're designed to make you use the muscles in your feet and your legs properly. But if you don't do that, you're going to have injuries. Okay, so even if you run midsole, you switch over to Vibrams, you're going to find that at first your calves are probably not strong enough, unless you've been a heavy biker for a long time maybe, and you might build some calf muscles. But ultimately, you're going to find that when you switch to Vibrams, your heels still hit the ground, even if you land on your soles correctly, because they're not strong enough to catch you and support you as you're rolling down onto your heel and push off. When I go run now, my heels barely touch. They come down, they touch, I basically touch and bounce off. I have very little impact on my heels. Since I learned how to use Vibrams, my knee pain, hip pain, I had it all, went away. I had all those running in running shoes, and I thought, this is just, I'm going to try Vibrams. I trained myself, though. I did actually do a microfracture in my foot from the impacts, because in the early weeks of doing it, because I was, I probably went too far, too fast, or just quite possibly I didn't have the necessary bone density that comes with that kind of impact. It builds up. It gets better. It wasn't enough that it, crippled me or anything like that, but it did make me have to take a little time off, go slow, and learn how to walk and run in Vibrams correctly. In time, I was running half marathons and full marathons. I've run 26-mile marathons on a number of occasions now with Vibrams. I only ever run in Vibrams. In fact, I pretty much only ever wear Vibrams. I recommend them. I know Vibram makes these crazy claims, less injuries, but here's the problem. It's not that they don't give you less injuries. People get hurt. Things happen. Don't blame Vibrams for that. And if you don't train your feet correctly, you're going to get hurt using Vibrams, because your legs and feet aren't used to them, and you can injure yourself. It's like using any piece of equipment. If you don't train yourself to use it correctly, you're going to get hurt. Don't blame the equipment. That's your fault for not first learning correctly. But if you learn to use Vibrams, needless to say, I have found massive improvements in my knees, my hips, my calf strength, my foot strength. Just everything is stronger in my legs. That said, I feel more comfortable being able to go run in a vest because that vest weight is not so excessive on me anymore. Or it's not, I'm not adding that impact to my knees and hips because I'm adding it only to my calves, which are a muscle designed to be able to hold weight and be able to absorb. They act as a shock absorber. That's what your calves are supposed to do for you. They act as shock absorbers. So there's none of that vibration that shoots all the way up your leg and doesn't smack your heel and doesn't smack your. So yeah, learn to use and your feet, the muscles in your feet, your arches and all the other muscles in there are designed to absorb shock. So you don't hit your heel so hard. So your foot muscles protect your heels, your calves protect your knees, your quads and your hamstrings get involved and they protect your hips. Everybody's happy because you're using the muscles to absorb and make the running better for you. But again, you got to strengthen up accordingly. Teach your body. Stop relying on Nike and Reebok to take care of your feet and legs. That's your job. All right. I've done all of my... Oh, I haven't done my second dips. Let's go do my second dips. We are getting close to the end. I've only got like 3 exercises to go, I think. Just a mere 15 or so. I could do more. I've done this, even with this vest, I've done over 20, but I'm getting tired. Probably shouldn't be as tired, right? Because I'm separating my exercises, especially taking a long time to talk. So when you're doing dips, try not to shrug. Don't let your neck go like this. You don't want to look like a turtle. You want to fully extend. Try to keep your shoulders back. Keep your head up. Also, if your legs are back, your knees are back, it's going to be a lot harder. You want to change the difficulty. Push your knees back. Try to straighten out your body. Go from knee to shoulder should be a straight line. If you can go feet to shoulder straight line, even better. But I don't have enough room for that because going straight down is a lot of stress on your shoulders. So leaning forward is better. I think it's better. Less stress on your shoulders. I have bad shoulders, so I gotta take care of them. So leaning forward, if you put your feet forward, it'll be easier. If you put them back, it'll be harder. And the more back they are, the better. If you ever want to be able to do a planche push-up, think about it. Your feet are going to be straight back. Straight back. That's what a planche push-up is, right? I got my heart rate up. I can feel it beating. Eeks. Okay, so round 2 of the of legs, or exercise 2 of legs. Oops, too high. All right, let's do this. I gotta log that though. What did I do? 20 dips. 212.8 20. I really thought I'd get a good 3-month mark on that. I'm surprised I haven't done. How did I not get a credit first? Whatever. I think I did like 26 at 207 or something like that, and it's probably just not marking the extra 5 pounds as close because it's six. I did 6 more reps at only 5 pounds less or whatever it was. If you're curious why I use a board on this block, is because it's not quite as sturdy as the blocks you see at the gym. It's pretty sturdy, but it's also new, and it's foam. And as you may or may not know, foam breaks down over time. So I'm distributing my weight using this board to help protect the block so it doesn't get as much pressure and thus break down to where it starts getting soft. Uh, I can tell I'm getting tired because I'm kicking off or pushing off with my foot. Shouldn't be doing that. I'm, I'm messing that one up a little bit. If I trust this block, I could probably try to do a side by side. I don't know if that would make any difference, but I don't know if I trust this block. Not the tip. Stop pushing off, Ken. Oh, I'm definitely losing it. All right, let's see here. All right. All right, I needed 2 sets of those. We're going to do step up. 145, I'm going to do 10. Oh no, I drank all my drink. I'm now down to water. All right, what I got left? I got 1 push-up left. 1 push-up. Wait, I got 1 push-up and a pull-up. I haven't done my standard push-up yet. I got to do a pull. My last row is this one. Let's go ahead and do my row. That's what I set it up for. think I supposed to have to do what, 15 to 25, something like that. I've always, what is the pace I'm supposed to be doing these at? 2 and 2. Oh, so they're slow both ways. I got to 30 something last time, so I was probably going a little fast. Uh, 26 with a slower pace. So, oh yeah. Whew, feel that one burning. Whew, holy moly. Okay. We got one last inverted row to 26 at 184 today is all I weighed. 26. Which is also wrong because my feet are on the ground. I'm not lifting up all of my body, but it's probably similarly close. It's probably not quite right. I think I have the number wrong. I did lower the weight though. It's down to 8. I don't even know if I've ever done a measurement how far 8 is. Okay. Now we got weighted push-up, one more step up, and a switch jump. 3 more exercises. I guess I could do the step up next. Now you can see I'm totally mixing up the order. And if you haven't seen some of my previous streams, I usually do it in the order that it says. But you also note that they're all the same. Twice a week I do the same 10 exercises. And this is week 4 of those 10 exercises. So this is like the 20th time I've done these 10 exercises. No, 8, no. It's the 8th time I've done these 10 exercises. And I'm just trying to mix it up a little bit. That's all. It gets old, you know, you gotta change it up. A little bit of muscle confusion is good for the muscles. Anyway. I don't know what happens if I go this way. Just curious if I could do this. This is actually probably not as good because it's not as straight. But it's closer to a pistol squat because your leg is next to you. But you're leaning out, coming in, leaning out. Yeah, it's probably not as good, huh? Because it's probably bad. It's probably worse for the knee because you don't want your knee to be. I don't think side to side pivoting is all that good for your knee. No, I'll stick to the way they're telling you to do it. Now there are step ups, but if I had that you do on the side, but I don't want to do them on a block because I want to be closer to the edge, but I don't trust that my weight won't lean the block. This I can get behind, literally. I can get behind this theory here. Yep, 14 is it for that leg. I was trying to do a couple where I didn't actually go all the way to the ground. That's why my foot was dragging on the side of the block. It was for stability. And if I come back up, that means my foot can't push off, right? Because it has nothing to grab onto. I gotta do one more. That was broken. Alright. Done and done. Alright, so let's go do a push-up. Did 14 of those. Let's do my last push-up. This is a standard, everyday, nothing fancy push-up, except I guess the one fancy is I am doing it on the rings instead of on the floor. So when I do push-ups, because I'm trying to learn how to do the planche, my goal is to get as much my body weight on my arms as possible. So I try to put all of my weight forward. Thus, I'm on the tips of my toes, and there shouldn't be a lot of strain on the toes. They're just there for balance. Is kind of the goal, and it eliminates some of the core work, I guess. Blah. Blah. I got hard. Tried to do some on one leg, and I found out my weight wasn't as far forward as I thought, because the one toe that was trying to hold me up was struggling. That toe's going, "Hey, wait a minute, man. You didn't say I was going to have to do this by myself." uh, sorry. All right. And last but not least, I have switch jumps. Now, I have been having some issues with my left Achilles. It's been tight. I don't think it's injured, but it gets sore after doing a lot of jumping stuff. And usually even that goes away after a few minutes, which just tells me that it's just tight. It needs to loosen up. And I've been trying to work on it, probably not as much as I should. I should be doing more of the roller and the massage gun and whatever other stuff. My wife recommends using the cups to separate the fascia from the muscle, allows it to move easier, supposedly. But I don't know if that works or not, but she says it works for her. But maybe I need to. Maybe my skin is stuck to my muscles. I don't know. I don't know how that works. It's probably why I have a hard time, what do you call it, subscribing to it. I have a hard time subscribing to anything that doesn't make sense up here. It doesn't quite work. I'm like, how does that? This is why I don't believe in evolution. Because it doesn't make sense up here. If you really think about evolution, in the sense that how would things actually evolve the way they have in such consistency with just random changes in the world? Oh, hey, this one sticks, that one doesn't. There's so many things. I could have a whole discussion why it's just so broken. And anybody who believes, well, anybody who fully subscribes to evolution being the sole way that we've gotten where we are is just really not thinking it through. It's just, I tell you, it just doesn't work, man. It just doesn't work. All right, last set. Last thing. Let's go. 30 is good enough. I'm good enough with that. Whew. What a finish. All right. It's about the same as last time, it looks like. And 93 minutes. That's actually not the worst. I've done much worse time frames. But I did get everything in. Yay me. Woohoo. Was it a good workout? Sure, we'll call it a medium workout. All right, well, that's Friday. Now I can go on to work and, well, not work. I wish it was work. Wish I had a job, but nobody's calling me. Call me, talk to me, give me a chance. Applied for I don't know how many jobs. over 100, 150. I don't know. It's insane. My LinkedIn job list is like pages and pages of stuff and trying new things. Figure out what's working, man, because nothing. Figure out what works, because I haven't found it. Tech jobs suck. I picked the wrong industries. If I were to tell you right now, you know, if you learn something, it's going to be worthless in 10 years. So keep up, man. Keep up, keep changing, keep learning the new tech, which makes it all the more because a lot of tech jobs are pretty intensive work, right? I mean, like sometimes you're working extra hours, you're working long, you're really pumping away, you're really getting to know what you know. But if you have 10 years of that, you have to spend a lot of your life still outside of work learning new skills. Because as soon as that job ends, uh, or the company goes under, or they decide to start cutting back, which they will, inevitably, even the ones that are supposed to be secure. I was in a job that was supposed to be pretty clear, pretty secure, and they just started laying people off all the time for offshore or whatever the reasoning was. But ultimately, I got X'd, and now I'm here trying to find work, and a lot of my skills, not all of them, but a lot of them have been uh, deprecated. So now I'm trying to learn new skills. So you gotta get yourself in an evergreen skill. Learn management as soon as possible. Management is evergreen. You can use that anywhere. Even if the tech changes, you still know how to manage people. That's what it's about. Now, granted, having some skills, or at least a familiarity with skills, is great if you're a manager. But it's not if you're not in that industry. As soon as you get the chance, it's hard to get hired as a manager if you've never been a manager. So get into your company, work for them for a while, try to get to a lead / management position. Those are what's going to matter. Those are the key skills that are going to go with you to other jobs. I'm just saying, until next time, stay fit, stay healthy. Hey guys, thanks for joining, and subscribe, follow would be appreciated. Yeah, have a good weekend. Bye.